I've worked for the past 20 years conducting partnering at the San Francisco International Airport. SFO is building more than $5 billion worth of improvements. Over one 3-year period, they built approximately $2 billion worth of facilities. They've also worked to develop a collaborative culture throughout the organization and within their project teams, and they've fully implemented the collaborative partnering model. The former SFO director said they did some partnering and got some results. They did more partnering and got more results. And they did a lot of partnering and got a lot of results. Here are some of the results they've achieved. More than $2 billion worth of work built in the past 3 years, a cost savings of 20 to 30%. Not a single potential claim. SFO is now recognized as the place to work, attracting the best of the best firms to work there. SFO also has internal teams that are now innovating and working together to create extraordinary results. One example is the Runway Safety Area project. The FAA required that each airfield in the United States have an RSA so that planes can't run off the runway. This $100 million project was undertaken at SFO. It meant closing 2 precious runways for months, potentially affecting air traffic across the globe. Other airports were closing their runways for years, but SFO felt that they would achieve this project within a 4-month closure. The SFO team was actually able to complete this project in just 90 days. They shaved off a month from what people believed was an impossible schedule, accomplishing $1 million of work each day. Not only did they do this, the team had fun. On their monthly construction scorecards, this team said they were having fun more than any other project team I've ever seen. Here's how one senior executive summed it up. SFO is saving 20 to 30%. This falls in line with the ROA Roundup, with 10% savings from costs and 20% savings from schedule, along with no claims and improved safety. The Construction Industry Institute did a partnering study that has become an industry benchmark, as many other studies have verified its findings. Here are some of the CII Partnering Benchmark Study results. Total cost savings, 10%. Overall schedule reduction, 20%. Safety, 4 million hours per incident versus 48,000 hours per incident. Quality, 50% reduction in rework. Claims reduction, 83%. Are you beginning to see a pattern? The golden threads. Take a look at one more study. The Gransberg study looked at partnered versus non-partnered projects. They actually believed there'd be no difference and set out to prove it, but their research showed differently. Of the 204 projects studied, 59 partnered projects outperformed the 58 non-partnered projects. Here are the results. Schedule. Average partnered project completed 4.7% early. Average non-partnered project completed 10.04% late. Fewer liquidated damages on partnered projects. Claims. On the partnered projects, no costs were associated with claims for projects between $5 million and $40 million. Cost and change orders. Partnered projects average a larger number of change orders, but the cost of each change order was less than half of the non-partnered projects. Again, the golden threads appear. So you might be saying, yes, but how much does it cost to really fully implement this collaborative partnering program? The International Partnering Institute has polled all of the projects that have submitted award applications over the past several years and have found that for each dollar spent on partnering, that includes professional facilitator and meeting expenses, etc., you can save $114. I think that bears repeating. For every dollar spent, you can save $114. That's pretty good return on investment. SFO has fully implemented the collaborative partnering and has found that it costs 0.1% of the total cost of a project. This is consistent with what we've seen in other large programs. That's pretty good ROI. What we've not talked about is how much more enjoyable projects become. If you want to attract and keep the best people, enjoy the process, and get focused on building and not fighting, then that is a human capital ROI.